I'm Phil Kimball, Product Development Manager for Jackson Systems, and today I'm going to show you how to change the actuator to the other side on a BZD rectangular side mount damper. Why would we want to do that? Well, in some applications where the airflow is in the opposite direction and we might have an obstruction on the back of the ductwork where we can't actually get the actuator in on that side. We need to change the actuator so that we have proper airflow direction through the damper. And I'll show you how that's done. Jackson Systems produces the BZD dampers with the airflow direction from right to left, and that's indicated by this airflow arrow here. In other words, the air enters the right side of the actuator, exits on the left side. And the reason for that is that barometric zone dampers have a pressure relief blade. In other words, this floats freely. So as this zone or other zones close, as the static pressure builds up in the duct, the barometric relief part of the blade will begin to modulate open, allowing a small amount of air to flow back into the non-calling zone. Thus you're not increasing your static pressure in the duct and you're not creating air noise. So let's show you how to change this actuator to the other side. First, you don't have to do anything with the actuator, the shaft, the collar, the anti-rotation pin. Everything stays on. All we're going to do is simply remove 6 screws on the mounting plate and remove the entire assembly and put it on the other side. First thing we have to do, though, is we have to drive the damper to the open position. This is best to set this up in your shop. If you're in the field, that's fine, but what you're going to have is you're going to have 24 volts because we have to drive the damper to the open position. All BZD actuators use the same color-coded wire. White is common, red is power closed, and green is power open. So let me apply 24 volts, and we'll go ahead and start driving this damper open. You'll see it begins to open up here. Now, how do I know when it's fully open? There's an LED indicator on the bottom of the actuator. It's multicolor. When we're in the full open position, it will turn green, and when it's fully closed, the LED will turn red. Remember, this is a 3-wire motor. In other words, it's power open, power closed. There you note I got a green light, so I can disable 24 volts. And now I just simply remove this plate. When I do, that blade is going to drop down into closed position. That's exactly the way we want it. So let's go ahead and take the mounting plate off. The blade will fall off. And we just turn it around. Now you can either mount it like this, or we can just put this up on its side and go ahead and insert. Make sure that's lined up. Make sure the blade is in the closed position. And just go ahead and reinsert our screws. You don't need to torque these screws down real tight. Just keep them snug so the plate fits snugly on the... Alright, our damper is in the closed position. You notice now the direction of airflow changes. We're now running left to right. And when we do that, one other thing takes place. The wire colors now change with regards to the direction of the actuator. Red, which was closed, now becomes power open, and green, which was open, now becomes power closed. So we have to make sure that when we wire this up to the zone control panel, that red now is power open, green is power closed. So let's give this a try. And there we go. We can see that the damper blade is opening. We're going to get a red LED indication, which again is opposite as if it were on this side. So red now means open, and green LED will mean that the damper is in the fully closed position. And you'll notice red, full open. So it's as simple as that. Again, it's easier to do it on a bench. You can look at your duct layout and determine, do I need to have this actuator put to the other side due to obstruction, and making sure which direction of airflow you require. But it's very simple to do, and it's going to provide you with the type of zoning system and barometric relief product that you've been looking for. Again, this is Phil Kimball, and thanks for being with Jackson Systems.